Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Sami here. Today we are gonna see, what if, Naruto x Akame, part 2, hope you'll enjoy this video. So before we start please subscribe to our channel, and like this video. So let's get into the video. Later that day, Naruto is currently eating in silence along with Akame, as Leon looks between the two of them, while Nagenda sighs, knowing she needs to break the tension. Alright, Leon. Let's hear this case of yours, Nagenda asks her while she nods while pulling two drawn pictures of men. The targets this time are Ogre, of the Imperial Police, and Gamel, an oil merchant. According to our client, Gamel, the oil merchant has been paying Ogre a huge amount in bribes. Each time Gamel commits a crime, Ogre pins the blame on an innocent bystander. The fiancée of the man that was executed for a crime that he didn't commit paid us. She was really broken, and this is the payment, Leon said, putting the money on the table. Tell me, how did she get that much? Naruto asked her quietly, causing Leon to grip her left arm while they crossed. She smelled of disease. I imagine she sold her body many times to earn this, Leon said while Naruto grits his teeth. Have you verified the case? Nagenda asks, which Leon looks up to her. I confirmed her words myself. The targets are guilty, Leon said, as Nagenda lit her cigarette. Alright. Nitrate accepts the case. Our new nation has no need for such scum. We shall bring divine punishment upon them, Nagenda said, to which Leon then responds. The merchant, Gamel, should be easy. But Ogre will be a formidable opponent. Ogre, the demon. Leon was cut off, as Naruto stood up. I already know who he is, he drinks off duty on the main street. I was already planning on killing him when I heard the rumors at the pub about that man. I'll send him to Wicked Jester's world. Give that woman her money back, you can take this mission off, as my pay, Naruto said, standing up, and heads for the door, which Akame also stands up. However, security is tight that close to the palace. It would be dangerous for someone like Akame, his face is publicly known. So only Naruto and Leon can do it, but besides, Nagenda said after seeing Naruto leave the room. He should blow off some steam, Nagenda said while Akame and Leon look at each other, while Akame looks at Nagenda one last time, and walks out of the room. Capital City sundown. Naruto and Leon are currently in front of Main Street staring at the structure. This is Main Street. You have the map memorized, right? Leon asks, which Naruto just gives a nod while he's lost in thought, thinking back to what Akame said to him at the shore. When me and my sister were just kids, our parents sold us into slavery. It was hell for both of us, but on that day it was you, wasn't it? You were the one that freed everyone. Leon looks at Naruto, seeing the lost look in his eyes, then looks ahead. Naruto, I should tell you about Akame's past. When Akame was a child, she and her sister were sold into slavery by their own parents, and after you set them free, she was captured, then forced into an assassin training program, along with over 100 other children that were set free by you, and trained to kill. She managed to survive that hellish experience, and emerged as an assassin who worked at the bidding of the Empire. However, as Akame carried out her missions, she began to sense the Empire's true nature. It was one of her targets, our boss, who persuaded her to defect to the Revolutionary Army, who stood up for the citizens. But by that time, most of the comrades she grew up with had died. Do you understand what I'm saying? Leon asked, looking at Naruto. She has felt pain like me, but what you just told me, my anger towards the city grows even now. What you said of all times wasn't a good move at all, and sorry if Wicked Jester makes too much of a mess. Also, I know you and boss were watching me and Akame at the shore, Naruto said to her, while her eyes show anger, while Leon's eyes widens hearing that, as well as seeing him gripping his blade with his veins appearing on his arms, but they then fade away. Naruto lets go of the handle of his sword and begins walking away while Leon looks sadly at Naruto. Night view. Nothing beats a nice cold drink after a long thorough interrogation, Ord says, smiling, walking down the main street. Excuse me sir, Naruto said behind him in a cloak, causing Ord to turn towards him. There's something I wanted to ask you, but in private. You see, I'm embarrassed, Naruto said, causing Urge to blink in surprise. Dark alley. Ord is standing in front of Naruto's, whose back is turned towards him. Doesn't seem like there's anyone else nearby. But this kid, hey, kid. This place should be fine, Ord said while Naruto smiled widely. Yeah, this is where it is, Naruto said, causing Ogre's eyes to narrow, as he grabs his blade. Given the timing and guessing the fiancé of the guy I just disposed of. I knew I should have taken care of her too, but I guess it's not too late even now. I'm gonna hunt down that bitch, have her entire family arrested, and then execute them one by one before her eyes. But first Orge was cut off, as Naruto draws his sword out while darkness comes from it. I have a lot of anger building up in me, and I need an outlet, so, Naruto said, and his sword was covered in darkness. This is Wicked Jester, Naruto said, turning to Orge with a look of not even caring. It doesn't matter, Orge yelled, as he moved at Naruto fast, bringing his sword up fast, but, as he swung down, his eyes widened, as his arms were missing. Is that really all you can do, Naruto said, as from the sword a darkness appeared again, and in front of Naruto appeared Wicked Jester himself, laughing. So you use that technique, huh? You do realize we have a time limit, and you must sacrifice the souls kept to use this technique activated through I'm not as strong until we fuse, but who cares, I get to kill. Jester said, glancing at Naruto, while Orge takes a few steps back in fear, while darkness appears in Jester's hands, and Sephiroth's Masamune from Final Fantasy. Now I'll make this quick, Jester said, as he points the blade at Orge, and charges fast, causing Orge's eyes widen, not being able to block it, which Jester is now begins him, which his scabbard appears in his left hand, and begins sheathing the blade slowly, while Orge turns to Jester, not knowing what just happened. Coming 10 feet, arrow notch strike. Jester yelled, sheathing the sword completely, and slashes appear on Orge's body, which is splattering blood everywhere, and including on Naruto, while he just stares at Orge, who falls apart, and before he could die, a black hand comes out of Jester, going through Orge's chest, and rips out his soul. I'm hungry, Jester said, as his smile widened while the soul was wailing loudly, and thankfully no one was near to hear it. The black hand pulls the soul towards him, and he pulls his hand back, grilling on the katana, and one swing chops the soul's head off, which the head flies into Jester's mouth, and it screams louder while he devours the head while the body is absorbed into him. His wicked soul was tasty, thanks for the meal, Naruto, but remember, you're nothing but a monster like me. Both of us are bound to the life of sending the wicked to my world, but our deal never involved you not to have fellow assassins. They will help make my life, and yours, far more interesting, so don't act like that towards them, wicked Jester said, causing Naruto's eyes to narrow, wondering what has planning, while he turns to darkness, and enters the blade. Mission complete, Naruto said. Abs turned around, but stopped, and sighs while touching his face with his right hand. Whatever you're planning, I don't like it, but you're right. Without him I can't achieve my goal. Naruto stops, and thinks of Akame. I better get going, Naruto thought, as he began walking away from the bloody mess. Back at HQ, I commend you for successfully eliminating the target. Excellent work, Nagenda said, which Naruto nodded. Dear, though I wasn't hurt, I got that man's blood on me, Naruto said, not wearing his coat, only his shirt since he's getting it washed. Akame, I wanted to. Naruto, wait, what the hell are you doing? Naruto yelled, blushing red, and not reacting to Leon and Nagenda since they already saw it. Leon, boss, restrains him, Akame said, while both women hold Naruto's arms, and Akame proceeds to take his pants off. What? Naruto yelled, blushing more, while he could hear wicked Jester laughing at his unfortunate event from the sword, while Akame looks around Naruto, but Leon smiles seeing Naruto's six-pack and muscles, but some saddens, not trying to think about all the scars. Akame stops in front of Naruto, staring at him. Thank goodness, Akame suddenly said, surprising Naruto, as he saw her smiling, and having a light blush. I once had a friend who was too proud to report his wounds. They were poisoned, and he died. I'm glad to see you're unhurt. First missions have a high mortality rate. You've done well, Akame said, as she extended her right hand while Naruto smiled while taking it, but next he pulled her in a hug, surprising the girl. Sorry for the way I acted, I had no right to do so. So it's okay if you, Naruto stops, as he finds Akame putting her head on his shoulder, smiling with her eyes closed. I guess I'll thaw that, as yes I think, Naruto said, and wrapped his arms around her. Akame was hard on you because she didn't want you to die, Leon said to him. Cooking is all about communication, and hunting prey is the most basic of assassination. Haven't you realized that everything she did was part of your training, and besides, Nagenda said, which Naruto blinks in surprise, and Akame then stops, leaving in Naruto, while both are wrapped in each other's arms. Just keep coming back alive, Naruto, Akame says, which Naruto nods. Right? I hope that we can form strong bonds with Akame, Naruto said, but both turned to see Leon containing her laughter. So what kind of bond were you planning to build in just your underwear? Leon asked when Naruto turned bright red. Oh crap, Naruto said, as he separated from Akame. Wasn't it you guys that made me strip? Naruto yelled, pointing at her. Okay. Next, you'll be trained by mine. Good luck, Nagenda said while Naruto began sweating. I would rather work with Bullet, Naruto said, and sighs sadly. So Raymond boxers, Nagenda asks, holding her mouth, as she chuckles, as the three are looking at Naruto's boxers that have pictures of Raymond on them, causing him to sigh at this humiliation. Damn it, Naruto said, sweating. Night. Yawn. Naruto opens his eyes slowly, as he sits up in his bed tiredly, and glances outside at the red moon, which he gets out of bed, and walks to the window, and stops, as he's looking at the red moon. Just like when my parents died, Naruto said to himself with narrowed eyes. Come back to bed, someone said while Naruto looked at a cane in her pajamas, which was just her underwear, looking at Naruto sleepily. Okay, Naruto said, as he gives the red moon one more face, and walks back to bed, and then gets in it, while Akame smiles while snuggling with him. I could get used to this, Akame, Naruto said, smiling. Dream end. Now, Naruto said, as he fell out of bed, but his eyes widened, not from falling out of bed in the morning, but from Akame dressed, and staring at him. It's time to prepare breakfast. Also, did you say my? Akame was cut off by a blushing Naruto waving his arms at her while shaking his head. Nope, I didn't say anything, Naruto said while still blushing, while Akame walks out of the room, leaving Naruto alone, who proceeds to get dressed, but, as he's doing so for a split second, he sees someone in the mirror. A man looking exactly like Kagekachiki from Bleach, which Naruto immediately turns to, but there's no one there. Kitchen. Naruto puts the apron on, as he enters the kitchen to find Akame preparing the food. What are we making today? Naruto asks, which she proceeds to show him a potato. Croquette bowls, Akame answered, causing him to sigh at this. After lunch, Naruto finishes eating his food, as he puts the bowl down full while Leon smiles. Thanks for the food, Leon said while Naruto took a drink of his water. Mine and Shield aren't awake yet, Naruto asked, as Akame answered the question. Yeah, but it's always that way, Akame said while reaching for the food out. Naruto grabbed her right hand, stopping her. Don't even think about it, Akame. You already had your share, Naruto said while her eyes narrowed at Naruto while Leon was chuckling. Any excuse to hold her hand, Leon said, causing Naruto to blush, as he lets go, while Akame proceeds to grab the first bowl, eating it all fast, but Naruto grabs the second one, taking it away from Akame, who stares at Naruto. No more food for you, you have had enough. Naruto stopped, as Akame gave him a smile like she did when she took his shirt off, glad he didn't get hurt. Never mind, Naruto said, as he hands her back the bowl, which she proceeds to gobble it down, and wipe her mouth with a napkin. I don't get it, do you have a high metabolism or something? Naruto asks her, which she then stands up. Naruto, we're naming ramen bowls for lunch, Akame says, which Naruto smiles at while Shield walks in, and notices her breakfast is gone. Where's my breakfast? Shield says, confused at this. Night. This time, our target is the slasher we keep hearing about in the capital. He appears late at night, and takes people's heads indiscriminately. It's uncertain how many he's killed, Nagenda said while sitting on her chair in front of the others. A third of them were guards, right? Naruto asks while Lubbock turns to Nagenda. Without a doubt, it's gotta be Zank the Executioner, Lubbock said, confusing Naruto. Who is he? Naruto asks, confused by that name. You've never heard of him. You must have really lined up the sticks, Mine said while Naruto looked at her with annoyance. Shut a pink banshee, Naruto said with Mine getting in his face, as lighting sparks between them. Pervert, Mine said while Naruto's eye twitched. One time. It was an accident, Naruto says loudly. Excuse me, I don't know who that is, either, Shield says, waving her left hand a little. I think you just forgot, Shield, Mine says, which Naruto sighs. So who is he? Naruto asks, confused at this. Originally, he was apparently the executioner in the largest prison in the capital. Because of the cabinet minister, the number of people executed increased. Day after day, he kept cutting off the heads of people who were begging for mercy. After doing this for so many years, it seems cutting off heads became a habit, Mine said while Naruto looked away. I feel sorry for that man. To keep killing non-stop can cause people to go insane or be obsessed with killing, Naruto said, which Mine continues. So, since beheading at the prison wasn't enough, he began to kill at random, Mine said, and Beulah continued after her. Once a punitive squad was formed, he disappeared. To think he'd reappear in the capital, Beulah said, as Naruto's eyes widened. I'll find him, and stop him, Naruto says, but was stopped by Beulah, who pats Naruto's head. Well, wait a sec, Naruto, Beulah said to Naruto, gaining his attention. Bro? Naruto says, confused at why he was stopped. Zank stole the warden's imperial arms, and started his random attacks. We should travel in pairs, or you'll be in danger, Beulah said, holding Naruto's chin while there's flowers in the background, causing Naruto's eye to twitch. Okay, he's starting to freak me out again, Naruto thought, sweat dropping at this. Hey, boss, did we ever find out what imperial arms Zank has? Mine asked, sir. Sadly, we're still looking into that, Nagenda said, not knowing what his Tiga is. Then he won't reveal things so easily. That's troublesome, Leon said while Naruto just thought of something. Can you tell me more about this subject of imperial arms since I'm from? Naruto was cut off, as Akame's sword is next to Naruto. Something like this, Akame said, as Naruto proceeds to take his own Tiga out. This is a good opportunity. Let's explain it to Naruto, Nagenda suddenly said, drawing his attention. Around 1,000 years ago, the emperor who founded the empire was deep in thought. He wanted to protect his kingdom forever, but he knew someday he would die. However, he thought of weapons and armor that he can pass down into the future to make the kingdom everlasting, so he ordered that weapons of utmost intelligence be created. Materials from legendary super-level danger beasts, and rare metals like ore chalcum. The best of the best were summoned from around the world. The first emperor's power and assets produced 48 weapons that could not be reproduced today, and they were called imperial arms. Imperial arms are all-powerful, and among them are said to him some that have the power of 1,000 men. The retainers that revived the imperial arms were able to achieve even greater military gains. However, due to the Great Civil War 500 years ago, about half those weapons disappeared throughout the land. And that's that, Nagenda said while Naruto looked at his Tiga, then Akame's. Bitches in Hisatsu. Murasame. If you are cut by this enchanted sword, curse poison enters the wound, leading to death. There is no antidote for the poison. 100 Beast King transformation. Lionel. An imperial arm shaped like a belt. Users turn themselves into a beast, increasing their physical abilities. Sense of smell is also heightened, enabling them to track enemies. Adventurous Spirit Battery. Pumpkin. An imperial arms that takes spiritual energy and expels it as a shockwave. The more the worker is in a pinch, the more destructive its powers. Demon Binding. Incursio. An Imperial Arms armor with impregnable defense. Because the bearer is at great risk wearing this, normal people die if they try to do it. Infinite Variety. Crosstail. An Imperial Arms consisting of stuffed strings. He can spread them, creating a barrier that can find traps and enemies. It also has the ability to bind and sever. It lives up to the name Infinite Variety. Creation Bisector. Extus. Imperial Arms in the form of giant scissors. It possesses the power to bisect anything in the world. Because of its hardness, it can also be used for defense. There are also Imperial Arms that have trump cards. Incursio can take advantage of the materials it was constructed of and make itself invisible for a short while. Because the Imperial Arms have such potential, invoking such trump cards, one rule has been inviolable through the ages. Using these weapons with murderous intent, with exception, will ultimately result in a victim. Meaning, if Imperial Arms wielded were to fight one another, one is guaranteed to die. The target, Zank, is an Imperial Arms user. Even if the battle ends in a draw, both work fees cannot live, Nagenda said, which Naruto is confused about. What about mine? Naruto asks while Nagenda touches her chin. That is hard to explain, Nagenda says, gaining Naruto's full attention. How? Naruto asks her, which Nagenda then explains. That Imperial Arms was never said to have been made. It appeared 500 years ago during the Great War. It has multiple abilities which have been forgotten. Expect one which those who have a wicked heart and are caught by the blade will get their soul pulled out and sealed within the sword itself to be tortured forever in a nightmare realm. That Imperial weapon is by far the most dangerous, since it has more abilities that are unpredictable, as well as it has a soul within it, Nagenda says, causing Naruto's eyes to widen while everyone looks at the blade. The Imperial Arms is alive. It has a wicked personality age that can only be wielded by those with anger and hatred in its heart. It is known to take over its users, which makes it even more dangerous, Nagenda said, causing Naruto to stare at the blade. No wonder why it chose me. After all, Naruto says, staring at the blade, but stops while the others just stare at Naruto, knowing everything from what Nagenda told them. That's all I have to say. Go hunt down the prey that the heavens cannot judge, Nagenda orders, standing up, as Naruto dodges. Night at the capital city. We're in charge of this section, Akame says next to Naruto, who looks around. They're so scared of the slasher that they're staying inside. No, Naruto auto-naturally stops, as he grabs Akame, and pulls her to the wall out of the view of the soldiers. The Imperial capital guards hot, Naruto said, and his eyes widened, as he looked down to see his chest against Akame's breasts, while she's just staring at Naruto, who stumbled backwards blushing red. Let's go, Akame said, as they began walking again while Naruto stared at his blade. 5 minutes later, they're outside a shop wearing food, which Naruto stands up. You're going to the bathroom? Akame asks, causing Naruto to stop, and then sighs while nodding. Bally. Naruto zips his pants up after he's finished, and notices that he's being watched by someone when he turns to find his mom at the end of the alley. Mom, Naruto said with wide eyes, as he starts running after his mother, who begins running after him. 10 minutes later, Naruto is taking deep breaths looking at his mother with wide eyes. Mom. How are you alive? Both you and Dad were killed by the slavers. Naruto is not understanding it, but then he goes and hugs his mom. So passionate, a new voice said, causing his eyes to widen, as he suddenly jumped back. Looks like I showed you something rather special. Good evening, Zank said, smiling widely while Naruto glares at him, as he takes his sword out, while 2 hidden blades appear from his sword. You can call me Zank the Executioner, Zank said, smiling widely, causing Naruto to show anger. Then I found my target, Naruto said with narrowed eyes. If you wait for the partner you were separated from, but you think you can take me is what you thought, right? Zank said, causing his eyes to widen, but he looks at the eye. Bingo. The Imperial Arms expected. One of its 5 visionary eye powers, perceptive sight. I can tell my opponent's thoughts, just by looking at their expiration. My observations are sharp to the ultimate degree. Wave a shrunken head, as a reward, Zank asks while Naruto grits his teeth, as Zank takes a step forward. Well, my hobby is to talk. By the way, I flung you with my far sight. Even at night or in fog, I can see through things extremely far away, Zank said while Naruto charges and swings his sword, but Zank dodges it easily. This is splendid. You thought if you attached while I was talking, something would come of it. Impossible, impossible. I can see everything within your heart, Zank says, causing Naruto to charge again, pissed. You'll take a huge step, then swing from above, Zank says, as Naruto did it. Then strike up, Zank said, which Naruto does. Which was a fake. Then you win from my throat, Zank says, as he ducks, slashing Naruto's stomach, causing his eyes to widen. That's what you thought, wasn't it, Zank said. But Naruto continued slashing, but he kept missing, and reviving more slashes in his body. Come on, is that all you got? Zank said, as Naruto yells, and keeps swinging, but he just dodges it. Is that all? Also, it seems that you lost your parents at a young age from slavers. I remember hearing something about that inside the Imperial Palace, Zank said, causing Naruto to stop while his eyes widened. What? Naruto asks, as Zank laughs at the shocked look on Naruto's face. That entire camp was supposed to break the kids down until they were nothing, then build them back up, and mold them into assassins for the Empire. Didn't you know that, Zank asks, as Naruto's eyes widen even more upon hearing this. What Naruto said with wide eyes while Zank laughed at this, while Naruto looked down with wide eyes at hearing this. So everyone I cared about was my mom, and dad. My friends. Was it because of the Empire, Naruto said, as his hair covered his eyes, which made Zank smile more. Yes, I also was in love with executing the children when beating them didn't break them, Zank said with a smile, causing Naruto's eyes to widen more, as he remembers Zank 6 years ago killing children, when they didn't listen, to which Naruto's hair was involved. I'll let you join your parents. Zank stops, as darkness adults from the sword cause his eyes to widen, as Naruto smiles sinisterly. Yes, I kiss one, Naruto said, as his entire body starts changing, as well as getting taller, while his face is covered by the mask, causing Zank's eyes to widen in fear, as Naruto now looks like a wicked joker, and the face is showing that everlasting smile. Yes, I better clean up the rest of the mess I made. Naruto laughs loudly while his swirls turn back into that long katana. Now I'll show you what death is, and be grateful I won't take your soul. I'm already full from all those Slavera I killed, Naruto said, causing Zank's eyes to widen, as Naruto charges. What is he? Zank thought, as all he saw was darkness. 5 minutes later, by the time Akame arrived, it was already done. Naruto has his back turned to her, looking like he normally does, but his body is covered in blood, while there's a puddle of blood he's standing in, while he's standing in front of the massacred body of Zank, who doesn't have any body parts, missing his arms and legs. You can't hear it anymore, can you? The screams of the people and children you've killed, Naruto said to Zank. Zank's ears covering shatters, as he stares at the sky. The noises have stopped. Splendid, only a monster can kill a monster. Thank you, Naruto, Zank said. Naruto turns to Akame, her eyes widened at the lifeless look in his eyes, as he walks past her, as sheaths his normal-looking blade. I'm going home, Naruto said, as he continued to walk while Akame just turned to Naruto. Next day, Naruto is sitting in front of the two graves staring at them with a sad look in his eyes. I lost control again, guys, sorry, Naruto says when suddenly an apron falls on his head, which he lifts a little, then turns to Akame. What are you doing? It's time to prepare dinner. Even wounded, there are things you can do, Akame says, which Naruto shrugs, as he stands up. Why do we kill? Why do people hurt others? Why is this world hell? Naruto thought to himself looking at the view. Akame, I'll tell you something, but swear not to tell anyone, Naruto said, confusing Akame. What? Akame said, as Naruto walked towards her, and past Akame. After I send the Prime Minister's soul into Wicked Jester's world, I'm going to kill myself, Naruto said, causing her eyes to widen. Night. Naruto walks out of the shower, as he puts a towel on, but, as he reaches for the door, it opens up. His eyes widen, as he finds Akame in front of the doorway, as she enters while shutting the door, confusing Naruto. Akame, what are you? Naruto was cut off, as Akame puts a finger to his mouth, stopping him from talking, as she looks down at his scars on his body. Akame moves her fingers to his chest, as she traces the wounds on his chest, causing his eyes to widen at this, as she's tracing her fingers, and touching the deep scars, while her eyes are full of sadness, which Naruto looks at her sadly, as she then looks up at Naruto, as she touches the side of his face. As I said, no matter what, I won't change what I said. There is absolutely no reason why I should stay here. My friends were killed because of this empire. My parents were killed because of this empire. I was a slave because of this empire. As I told you when we were walking back after I killed the Prime Minister, there is nothing left for me here. Naruto was stopped by Akame leaning forward, causing his eyes to widen, but the door suddenly opened, causing Akame to freeze. Now I can finally. Leon stops, as she's only wearing a towel, while both turn to Leon while Akame is showing narrowed eyes and killing intent, causing Leon to start sweating while Naruto looks between them. Okay, this is getting awkward, Naruto said out loud. Morning. Naruto wakes up slowly, as he feels something odd, but surprisingly nice, and what he finds causes him to blush massively, seeing Shield sleeping on top of him. WTF. Naya, it seems Naruto will be training under me. Let's do our best, Naya. Naya, Shield said, as she began cuddling with Naruto. What the fuck is this happening? Naruto thought to himself, as he saw her wrapping both arms around Naruto, laying her head on his chest. Naruto said, causing her to blink awake, as she looks up to see Naruto, as her eyes instantly widens, as she begins freaking out, as she falls off the bed. Okay, that was weird, Naruto said to himself. Sorry, I came to check up on you, and I was sleepy so I fell asleep, Shield said to him. Later that day. Okay, this isn't as easy as it seems, Naruto said, wearing the Empire's armor, as he pulled himself out of the river. You did well to swim in that armor, Shield says, as he stands up stretching. Why don't you have a job? Naruto asks her, bringing up the subject since he's never seen her do anything. While cooking I burned near, and angered Akame. While cleaning, I made a bigger mess. She did more work for Bullet. While shopping, I mistook sugar for salt, and Leon laughed at me. While specking laundry I accidentally washed mine with the laundry, Shield said, as Naruto contained his laughter. Hey, when I first met with everyone you weren't with the returning group. Naruto says, surprising her while she touches her chin. I feel like there was a reason, but I've forgotten, Shield said with a gloomy atmosphere coming from her, causing Naruto to sigh. I'm sorry for being so. Shield was stopped while she was standing up by bowing, which glasses fell off while she went on her knees trying to find it. My glasses, Shield said, and looked up at Naruto who just stared at her. How did you get involved with this? Naruto asked her, as she found her glasses, and put them on. If I were to start from the beginning, I grew up in the capital, a downtown district. Ever since childhood, I've been clumsy and bad at everything. In my life, I couldn't take pride in a single thing. She probably has a screw loose in her head somewhere. People often said things like that about me. However, there was someone who was kind to me. She wouldn't make fun of me, no matter what mistakes I made. The time I spent with her was the only time I was truly happy. Until that day I was with her, as usual, at her house. A man appeared at the door. It was my friend for her boyfriend. He resented her for leaving him, and began to get violent in the house. Eventually, he grabbed her neck, and started to strangle her. The man was high from drugs. I thought to myself, I have to save her. I was surprisingly calm when I slashed the man's throat with a kitchen knife. The man died immediately. She was shaking from what had just happened. But in contrast, my mind was clear. In the end, the incident was ruled self-defense. But I never saw my friend again. And then a few days later, the man's friends came to avenge his death. We already killed your parents. You're next, they said. Although I was being threatened, my mind was surprisingly calm again. I killed the man, one after the next, with the knife I kept for protection. That was when I realized the screw that was loose in my head made me a talented killer. I can help rid society of garbage. There's something I can be of use for. When the Revolutionary Army recruited me, I was a freelance assassin in the capital, Shield says, as Naruto looks at her sadly. She's like me, Naruto thought, remembering how he killed the slavers, and sank with a smile on his face, enjoying every second of it. Seems you're doing well, Naruto. Bullet yelled, as he rose from the water not wearing a shirt, causing Naruto to start sweating, as Bullet was flexing his muscles. Where were you in the water when I was swimming? Naruto said, as he pointed at him. Back at HQ in main room. Naruto, your wounds have pretty much healed, right? This is the Imperial arms we took from Zank. Try it on, Nagenda said, looking at the eye on her hand. Only one Imperial arms per person, Bullet says to him. Operating them takes a lieu of mental and physical strength, Lubbock says to him, while Naruto looks at his sword in the corner of the room. I don't exactly know if I will like it if it does work, since I rather use Wicked Jester, but I'll try it, Naruto says, as he takes it and puts it on his forehead. It wasn't in any of the documents, so we don't know a lot about it, Nagenda said, which Akame cuts in. It has the ability to read minds, right? Try looking at me, Akame says while Naruto stares at her. You're thinking of eating meat tonight? Naruto says loudly, causing Akame to blink in surprise. It's perfect, Akame said while Leon shakes her head. Nope. It hasn't even activated, Leon said, which Naruto nodded. I know, I just guessed, Naruto said, smiling at her. I don't want my mind read. If it has 5 visionary abilities, why not test another mind set, which Naruto sighs, as he sits down. The last unknown ability activate. Naruto thought, as his eyes opened. Naruto's jaw instantly drops. So mine asks him while Naruto is blushing madly, and Akame moves right in front of Naruto. Does it work? Akame asks, tilting her head while Naruto is blushing, but stops, as his eyes widen, feeling something going wrong, as he begins to breathe tired. This is bad. It's rejecting him. Lubbock said, as Naruto takes it off while standing up. I was suddenly exhausted. It must mean it dies. She suits me. Hey Lubbock, I think this would suit you, since you can see women's underwear, Naruto said, causing mine to blush in embarrassment, as well as Shield, as they cover themselves, while Naruto tosses the eye to Lubbock, who catches it with stars in his eyes. Early, Lubbock asks, but is stopped by Leon slamming her foot on his back, while taking the eye away from him, which Lubbock stands up while shedding in tears, and it finally stops after a little bit. We'll send it to the Revolutionary Army's headquarters. They'll analyze it, and it'll become a crucial part of our strength, Nagenda said, as she stared at the eye. Although we are mainly a team of assassins, collecting the Imperial arms is an important submission. In cases with Imperial arms holders, like Zank, we can take them. If we can't take it, destroying it is best, Akame said, to which Naruto nodded. The more we get, the stronger we are, Naruto said. Which Nagenda nods while holding a book. This has information on the Imperial arms. You should read it, Nagenda says, as she hands him the book, which he takes, and opens it up. There's so many, Naruto said with surprise. Learn as much as you can, if only about the ones in there, Nagenda says while Naruto looks up at Nagenda. Which is the strongest Imperial arms? Naruto asks her, wanting to know. That depends on usage and compatibility. But if I had to choose one, the Imperial arms that controls ice. That is what I believe. Fortunately, its user isn't in the capital. They're busy conquering the northern race, Nagenda says while his eyes widen hearing about the prince of his fortified city. There's nothing to worry about. Even if it's that woman, conquering the north will take at least a year, Lubbock said to her. That's true, Nagenda said while Naruto smiled. There are still Imperial arms that have unknown abilities, right? Maybe there's one that can bring back people. Right. Naruto says while the others have a lost look in their eyes. I can bring my parents and friends back to life. Naruto was cut off by Bullet. You can't, Bullet says, causing his eyes to whiten. Bullet. Naruto said with confusion. Even Imperial arms can't bring back the dead. You only get one life, Bullet said while Naruto grits his teeth with anger. You don't know that until you try. Naruto yelled. The current emperor is perfect evidence. If an Imperial arms like that existed, the old emperor would still rule, Akame says, causing Naruto's eyes to narrow. The body can still age to dust, so I don't think the emperor wouldn't have bothered, and besides he might have left the Imperial arms to the new generation, as hope for the future, Naruto said, but Akame's eyes narrowed, as they were now glaring at each other. You must give up. Otherwise, that weakness in your heart will be used against you. And you will die, Akame says, as Naruto stares at her with a dark look in his eyes. The only reason I still live is because I want to send the Prime Minister to Jester's world. My heart, there's only a hole where it used to be. The only way to fill it is having my friends and family back, and without them I'm just a monster that enjoys killing, Naruto said, as he walked to his sword and picked it up, then walked out of the room leaving everyone. Outside at night, Naruto is currently under the stars, as he's staring at his friends' graves with Shield behind him. Naruto. You're still awake, Shield asks him while Naruto shrugs. I thought maybe they could return, and it made me happy. I thought that if they come back I can stop killing. The truth is I hold back when I'm killing, refusing to show how much I love crushing, slaughtering, tearing the enemy to pieces. I'm just a monster, Naruto said, as tears begin coming down his eyes, as he grips his sword, and his eyes widening, as Shield wraps her arms around him, and she pulls him back into her lap. I'll keep this a secret from everyone, so cry, as much as you'd like, Shield said while Naruto bites his lip. Are you sure, Naruto asks her. Your nose. I think it's fine. Probably, Shield said, causing Naruto to let out a small laugh. That's just like you, thank you, Shield, Naruto said, as he closed his eyes, falling asleep in her arms, while Lage stares at the stars holding on to Naruto. I would like to thank you, as well, Naruto. Thanks to you, I found another thing I can be useful for, Shield thinks with a smile on her face. Some time later at the slums within the capital city. Never knew the slums could be so lively, Naruto said with surprise, as he looked around. It's the spirit of the poor. If you're born into poverty, you learn to be stronger, Leon said while random people are greeting Leon. You're really popular here, Naruto said, to which she nodded. I was born and raised here, after all. I also made a name for myself around here, as a masseuse. Leon was cut off by someone yelling towards her. There she is. It's Leon. I'll finally have you pay your tab. A man yells with the group, as they run towards him. Time to settle your gambling debts, another yelled, which the two began rubbing like hell, as they were being chased by a lot of angry men. What do you think? Isn't this place fun, Leon said while Naruto glared at who she's smiling at. Hey, you haven't given me my money back either, Naruto yelled. 5 minutes later, Naruto turns a corner out of breath, and when he turns he finds Leon gone. You've got to be shitting me, Naruto yelled, as he began scratching his head. You, over there, a voice yelled when Naruto turns to see a beautiful girl with long orange hair remind him of Akame, while she's wearing a military uniform, while dragging an odd-looking animal by a leash, while it's bouncing off the ground making boring sounds. Is there something I can he? Seiryu was cut off, as she trips on a rock causing her head to move forward, and slam into Naruto's forehead, causing him to hit the ground with swirls in his eyes. Ow, Naruto said, causing Seiryu to start panicking, while Koro just pokes Naruto's cheek, which he shakes his head, and turns to which he's staring face to face with Koro, as they're just staring at each other. Who the hell are you? Naruto asks, while Koro seems to get irritated, as a tick mark appears on its head, as it begins to just say Q for some odd reading, as little puffs of steam were coming from its head. Oh, I'm sorry for that, Seiryu says, extending her hand, which Naruto takes and pulls, but it seems that he was stronger than she expected, causing her to be pulled down, which she's now on top of Naruto. Ops, Naruto said, as their faces are inches away from each other, and blushing at the same time Koro is having a tantrum. Oh sorry, Naruto said, as she got off of Naruto, and stood up while Naruto stood up too. I'm Seiryu, of the Imperial Police. A soldier of justice, Seiryu said, giving him a salute while Naruto looked the other way while remembering what he did to Orge. Koro said while Naruto just stared at him. He sounds like he's saying Q in the anime. Seiryu bends down to Koro. W Koro, are you hungry? Hang in there a little longer, okay? Seiryu says, which all Koro said is Q. What is that? Naruto said, as she picked up Koro. This is the Imperial Arms Hekatoncher. There's nothing to worry about. He's harmless except to those who are evil, Seiryu said, while the whole time Koro seems to be glaring at Naruto with its black eyes. I can sense killing intent, Naruto thought, having a sweat drop looking at the odd-looking Tigu. Anyway, did you need something? Seiryu asks, while Naruto scratches his head. Just got lost. I know the name of the area I was in earlier. As Naruto says it, Seiryu instantly throws Koro out of her arms onto the ground. What an ordeal. I'll take you there, on my patrol, but first, Seryu says, as she takes Naruto's hand with hers, causing him to have a blush. I promised to get Koro singing to eat, and I don't want to get separated from you, so, Seryu said, concealing her own blush, while Koro is throwing another tantrum, gaining their attention. What the hell is it saying? Naruto asks her, which she shrugs, as she picks Koro up in her arms. I don't know, but the only one who is Koro, that's the name I have him, but if he doesn't like his user, he won't even move. No one higher up was compatible with Koro. So they tested compatibility even with lower ranks. That was when he reacted to my love for justice. So, now he's my beloved partner. Right, Koro. Seryu asks, which Koro agrees by just saying Q, causing Naruto to sweat drop. 5 minutes later, they're both currently eating on a bench while Koro finishes fast, and then continues to glare at Naruto, causing him to sweat more. Koro started to freak me out, Naruto said, as he felt like Koro's black eyes were glaring through his soul. It's creepy, as hell. Seryu looks at this, and chuckles. Seems he's jealous, Seryu said, while Naruto goes to pet Koro. Don't worry, I won't hurt Chomp, Naruto yelled, as Koro bites Naruto's hand is flailing wildly, as Koro refuses to let go, while people turn to what's happening, which after a few minutes Seryu got Koro to let go, which Naruto is holding his hand with deep bite marks on his hand. Koro really doesn't like you, Seryu said, and begins wondering what Naruto did while Naruto glances at Koro, and the two are glaring at each other with killing intent, which Seryu notices, as she laughs a little with a sweat drop, knowing this may turn into an all-out fight. Well, we better go, Seryu said, as she picked Koro up while there's lightning between the two. We should go, follow me, Seryu said, as he nodded, and she began running with Naruto behind, while Koro was still looking at Naruto, while the two were still killing intent. 5 minutes later, they stop in the middle of the slums, which Naruto turns to Seryu. I believe this is the area you mentioned earlier, Seryu asks, which Naruto nods. Thank you very much, Naruto says with a smile while Seryu just salutes. Don't mention it. If you encounter any evil, please give me a call. We'll destroy it for you. And also thanks for the date, Seryu said, causing Naruto's eyes to widen, and before he could say anything Seryu was running again while Car was being dragged. Sigh, she has imperial arms, huh? This won't be good, I have to report an agenda, Naruto thought, while Seryu is having different thoughts, as Safe's running, and tears form in her eyes, remembering when she saw the body of General Orge cut to pieces with a look of fear on his face, as they put a blanket of his body. Helping people is important. But I have to hurry, and find Nitrate. I'll kill the evil one who did that to General Orge. Grit's teeth, whoever you are, I'll kill you, and avenge him, Seryu thought with anger, but Age then thinks back to Naruto, and tries hiding her blush again, but fails. Later that day at night during mission, it is currently within the red light district of the capital city, which is on the roof. Now, then time to get to work, and repay those debts. Transform. Lionel. Leon says, as her hair grows longer with animal ears, a tail, and paws for hands. Changing into this always gets me pumped, Leon said, as she then picked him up bridal style. Now, let's sneak in, and kill them, Leon says, as she then begins running, and jumping off buildings fast, as Naruto holds on tight. Leon snakes inside the building, as she lets Naruto down both inside the ceiling. Will you? Made it, Leon said smiling while wiping the sweat off her face. Naruto sighs while she then gets serious, and lifts the bottom of the ceiling, showing the room they're currently under. Take a look, Leon says, as she shows them a bunch of girls on drugs. Well, there's some kind of thing releasing purple mist of some sort, causing Naruto to hold his mouth, and at times 2 men enter. Oh, nice, very nice. Girls, if you keep earning, I'll bring more drugs, okay? The leader with the eye patch says, as all the girls say okay. Huh. Hey, boss, take a look at this one, the bodyguard says, as they see a girl who's lying on the ground smiling high on drugs. Well, this is no good. She smells like fish, and she's broken. Get rid of her. Replace her with a new one, he said while the woman extended her hands towards the man. Please, more drugs, she said, but the bodyguard punches her in the face, knocking her out, while Naruto and Leon start to get pissed. Let's get some dumb slum broads again, the bodyguard said, as the leader nodded. Yeah, those good-for-nothings will do anything for money, the leader says, as Naruto closes the ceiling. Now I'm pissed, Naruto says with anger, while Leon has a dark look in her eyes. The girl that just got hit. I knew her from the slums, Leon said, as she rams her fist in her hand. They piss me off. Let's hurry up, and kill these targets, and send them to Jester's world, Leon said, as Naruto nodded, and after 5 minutes the leader was talking to his men while the ceiling exploded, as Beth, Naruto, and Leon fell. The place you two are going is the Nightmare Realm. Both say with anger while the bodyguard points at them. Intruders. Get rid of them, he yelled while the bodyguards charged, but Naruto slashes through them with ease, as he ends their lives, while Leon is currently beating the shit out of the men with just one punch. Naruto slices a man's head off while both the bodyguard and leader are sweating and scared. You've gotta be kidding, I don't deserve this. he yelled, punting his gun at them. But before he could fire, Naruto slices both arms off, which a black hand comes from the sword going through the man's chest and rips out his wailing soul as the sword absorbs it, while the leader has white eyes, which Naruto slashes the leader's chest, causing him to yell in pain while a hand comes out and enters the leader's chest while Leon smiles and grabs the man by the neck, lifting him up. What is it you want? Money? Drugs? I'll give you anything, so release me, he said while needing air. No thanks. All I want is to take your life, Leon said, causing the leader's eyes to widen in complete fear. Who the hell are you two? He asks them while Leon smiles. That's some good for nothing, Leon says, as she rams her right fist into the guy's stomach, sending him back into the walk, while his stomach is gushing out blood. Which is precisely why ridding the world of trash suits us fine, Leon said, while the black hand rips the soul out, which is screaming, and is soon absorbed into it. Done, Naruto said, and they began running. At the park, the two are currently walking back while they're walking around a park. I feel sorry for the girls, Naruto said to her. That is his responsibility, is it? But in the slums there's an old retired doctor, and he's still pretty skilled. I'll explain the situation, and have him take a look. He loves young girls, so I'm sure he'll do it, Leon says with Hershey behind her back with a light blush, while Naruto smiles. You do have a heart. Good girl, Naruto said, as he then scratched her ears, causing Leon to purr at that while her tail is living back and forth, which Naruto pulls his hand away. Naruto, Leon said, gaining his attention. I thought this from the start, leans towards Naruto's ear while wrapping her arms around his body. But that expression you make is really cute, Leon said, as she licks Naruto's cheek, causing him to have a massive blush as he starts stuttering. Huh? What was that? Naruto said, as Leon laughs and winks at Naruto. I was marking you, literally. When you turn 18, you're mine anyway. I'm wounded if the others are okay, Leon asks, as she looks at the moon while pushing Naruto's head between her breasts. They're okay, there's no need to worry, Naruto said with a smile. Back at base, Naruto is currently standing with the others, as it's raining down with white eyes, as Naruto has emotionless eyes, and not showing any expression, while the others are shocked and sleepless. Akame looks down, showing little sadness in her eyes. Bukit has his eyes closed while he grits his teeth. Lubbock has one hand over his left eye, as he's crying. Leon is showing no emotion whatsoever, while tears are coming down her eyes. Naruto walks forward towards mine. They did it, Naruto says, as he grabs mine by her shoulders. Mine, tell me mine, Naruto yelled, but she's not say anything. Wait, Naruto. What will you do with that injuration? Legenda asks, which Naruto turns to her, crying with anger showing in his eyes. Isn't it obvious I'm going to rip the one who did this to shreds? Naruto yelled with anger, while Legenda just stared at him. Stopping jumping without a plan will only increase the body count, Legenda said, as Naruto grits his teeth more, turning to them. Are you serious? Our friend was just killed. I wouldn't just saw Naruto was cut off, as Beulah punches Naruto in the cheek, as he sends Naruto away in the mud. You're embarrassing yourself, Naruto. Don't lose control. Didn't we say that anyone could die at any moment? You knew this when you agreed to join us, Beulah yelled while Naruto looked down, gritting his teeth, while Akame could see veins appearing on Beulah's fists from gripping his hands so much. Damn it, Naruto yelled, as he punched the ground with anger, as he stood too slowly. Shield's death was not in vain. The capital should now understand. It takes Imperial arms to fight Imperial arms. Battles with Imperial arms users will increase. But that means more chances to collect them. There will be more mortal struggles, Naruto, Legenda says while Naruto grits his teeth. 30 minutes later, Naruto is currently outside, as it's raining down on him while he's in front of his friends' graves. But soon he felt someone wrap their arms around him, which he turns to see Akame holding an umbrella watching him while he looks back at the grave. Thanks for watching my video. Leave a like if you enjoyed my video, and also do consider subscribing to my channel for more awesome content. See you next time, till then, sayonara.